a transformation chamber, that's what really would come out. Would be a nerd with extreme athleticism. Like y'all remember when Steve saved the game for Vanderbilt High? He came off the bench, quit being water boy.
Yeah.
That bitch turned into Muggsy Bogues, goddamn me. Okay, so this would be. So when Steve went up in the transformation chamber and came out as Stephon, all he focused on was cool. That's why Stephon is very cool, but he's also not smart. He's also not handy. If Steve Urkel went in the transformation chamber and focused so on being an athlete, what would come out would be this nerdy-faced, RGB hair-having freak of nature.
That still wouldn't mess with Laura. Laura still, like, I don't know. This dude, he look a little too. I don't know. He look a little too gritty to be Steve Urkel. He's giving more.
Why you think he got that white girl to begin with?
Oh, he's going straight to the white. I wasn't even going.
Because the black girls were like, boy, if you don't get your ugly ass on somewhere. He was like, that's all right, bitch, because I'm going to make it in football, and you're going to like me.
Oh
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, that was probably what drove him. That's probably what drove him, Ron. That's probably what drove him. From
we don't know his origin story.
From second grade on.
Because I mean,
we don't know.
So
what made him so good at football that he could play both positions? I'm sorry, he could play both offense and defense professionally. He's literally okay. So if professional athletes are the 1% of the 1%, he's literally half of 1% of the 1%. Break down how minuscule his greatness is. What pushed a nigga to be that great? Like, how many times did your daddy not hug you? How many times did girls call you ugly? How many times did you get pushed into a locker? Like,
wow, that's what you gotta get pushed into a locker to be great, Ron. That's what we doing.
Bro, Peter Parker had to get bit by a radioactive spider, and this nigga still was getting picked on in school.
But it was what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't even.
Spider-Man had a bully in school, cuz.
Flash Thompson. Yeah, he did. There was multiple bullies. Yeah, but that's the wrong podcast. We doing a sports show today. But yeah, I don't know if I agree with. I don't know if I can vibe with that. Like, I know a lot of dudes in school that didn't necessarily have to get beat up to be good athletes. And I know a lot of dudes in school who play baseball, football, soccer.
Yeah, but the niggas that don't get beat up also grow up with no lights or no running water, or they don't eat 3 meals a day.
Come on, man. Like, so you think that the only thing that you can't have any kind of sports talent without having some sort of social, economic, like detriment? Like you gotta go through like South Sudanese type of third world, shortcomings.
Okay, all of the athletes that got a good mama, a good daddy, that are their birth parents, that came up in a middle class or upper class neighborhood, that make it to professional sports, are also sexual deviants. Deshaun Watson want to get rubbed down. Russell Wilson, all these niggas be freaks, rapists, perverts, abusers. Like, these niggas.
This is a hot take.
Hot take. And the views represented by Black Ron do not represent stand-up sports bar. But I want you to know that passion on that field or on that court gotta come from somewhere, bro. And if it don't come from, to all the teachers that told me I wouldn't make it, if it don't come from something like that, then that means it's coming from something that this nigga did in his real life. Criminal history, your grandmama got shot right in front of you. Like, it's got to be something, man.
You're making Travis Hunter out to be a rapper and not an athlete.
Nah.
Yeah, come on, Ty, man.
No, all I said was he was a nerd.
Yeah, but then you try to make the nigga out to be like like he lived in Baltimore during The Wire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's Michael B. Jordan, like in the projects, and he had to go through all this bullshit and had to like sell red caps in order to be a good athlete on both sides of the field. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily.
Do we consider Deion Sanders a good athlete?
Yeah, of course. One of the best.
Deion Sanders will tell you, over 4 miles, baby. We didn't have nothing when I was coming up, baby. Praise God, baby. But and I told my mama, baby, I say, as soon as I get drafted, baby, you ain't working no more. All right, prime mama don't work for nobody. And that was
this nigga's Deion is
the goal, dog.
Yo, okay. The Deion, you get points for the Deion. Yeah, you got the Deion down. But it still don't take away the fact that Travis Hunter is just a straight. Go ahead.
You gotta understand something, man. We like when you talk about Travis Hunter, he's not Black Ron hit it right on the head. This is not a traditional football player. This is an exception to the rule. Right. This man is playing offense. Let's just talk about college. He played offense, defense, and special teams.
This nigga did everything but make the Gatorade.
He did everything. He played all 3 phases of the game.
This nigga was ironing jerseys, pumping up footballs, striping the field, getting the hot dog buns ready for concessions.
He was at the top of the cheerleader pyramid, all that.
Well, this nigga walked past, dipped his finger in the cheese, put some more black pepper in there, walked off. This nigga in the warming the band up.
Warming up the band. Yo, so Ty, whose side of this argument do you fall on? Because I know this has been out there for a few days, so we might be behind it because our joint will come out till Tuesday. But evidently, as you saw before, he did say, and I'll go ahead and play the clip because actually that's what's making the news, that he thinks that he may be more talented than Shohei Ohtani, or at least his skill set is one that's a little bit more demanding. Here you go. I'll let it play real quick. We'll start it from the get-go.
Probably me what I do in football because it's a lot on your body. You know, Tony, he's a great player, but you got to do a lot in football.
Yeah, okay. Well, so this begs the question, who does more in which sport? The football players or the basketball players? Now, some have already commented on this and have made their comments very, very clear as to what it is that they believe is actually more difficult or what may not be. And one of those folks is your boy Chad Ochocinco. Here's what he had to say.
Things in life are hitting the baseball and keeping a woman happy long term. The 2 most difficult things in life. You hear me? Very. So the fact that the 2 most difficult things in life are hitting the baseball and keeping a woman happy long term. The 2 most difficult things in life. You hear me?
And I know what I feel, but I'm curious as to what y'all fellas feel about these comments. Okay, go ahead, Ty. You got something in your mouth.
Let me tell you something, man. First of all, hey, we got to stop Chad. Chad is a menace.
Come on, Ty.
Chad, listen. My boy, on, I think it was one of the greatest wide receivers to ever play the game. I'll start with that. But lately, man, you've been just letting a lot of shit come out your mouth. Now,
come on.
You first say the hardest thing, 2 of the hardest things in life is to hit a baseball and to keep a woman happy long term. Well, Chad, according to you, you ran out of PP a long time ago, and there's definitely going to be hard to keep a woman happy in those regards for a long time. But hitting a baseball is not the hardest thing in the world to do, or the most difficult thing to do in the world. Anything that you practice at becomes easier. Now, if you're talking about a person who's never hit a baseball, well, you might be right. It might be the most difficult thing for that person. But if you practice, just like in football, you would have to go through the same things. This is not even close. This is not even remotely close. Playing football is very difficult. You know why? Because you're constantly having to make decisions that could alter your life. You make the wrong cut, that could be the end of your career. You make the wrong read, you might get your leg broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things in a lot of different scenarios that can happen in football that make it way more challenging than baseball. Yo, I get the extended amount of time that you play baseball, where you play in a way longer season. I'll give you that. I'll give you that you play longer games, because those innings could stretch to extra innings. I'll give you that. But when it comes to you getting out there, any Tom, Dick, or Harry to just get on a football field, you are potentially setting yourself up to die. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is not, I could get on a baseball field, maybe not make a catch, maybe not make a throw, maybe not hit the ball, but I'm going home after that baseball game. If I get on that football field with those players and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, they might carry me out on the stretcher. And that tells you everything you need to know. So in comparison to, in fairness to my man Chad Ochocinco, I know this spotlight is big right now. You just want to say anything to get that soundbite, but man, this was not even close. And so yeah, I totally disagree with Chad Ochocinco and anybody else who thinks that baseball is more difficult than football.
Ron?
He said the two most difficult things in life to do are to hit a baseball and keep a woman happy long term. Now, my take is this: while the second point might be true, because it has not been proven that a large group of men are able to keep a woman happy long term. We do live in a day and age where 2/3 of marriages end in divorce. So he might be right on that second one. But I can think of a whole bunch of things that are more difficult to do than hit a baseball. Nigga, what about the people that defuse bombs?
Oh, well, all right, come on, Ron. That's not what we're talking about. We're not comparing.
You know what's so harder to do than hit a baseball? Land a plane. What if you on a goddamn flight and they say the pilot died? Somebody come up here and land this plane. You talk about, well, shit, I ain't never did it before, but I didn't hit a lot of baseballs. How hard could it be? Nigga.
We're not talking about a dude who's
laser surgery.
But that's not the
No, that nigga said the two most hardest things to do.
Probably me when I go football, because it's a lot on your body. You know, Tony, he's a great player, but you got to do a lot in football.
I mean,
now see, this the part y'all missing, bro. This is Travis Hunter making this comment.
Right.
If we were comparing baseball to football, there might not be a conversation. Both those games happen very fast. We just watched the combine where they were showing you defensive linemen running 4.8s and 4.9s. Nigga, that is a whole lot of man. He 315, 330 pounds, getting 40 yards in less than 5 seconds. That is, the game is fast. And to Ty's point, everybody trying to put you in the hospital when they playing football. Like, they don't record the errors in football. They record the errors in baseball, because ain't nobody gonna die if I don't catch this ground ball. If I miss this fly ball, it's a home run. It's not a hospital visit. Like, when somebody get hurt in baseball, it's breaking news. They stop the game. Like, everybody take their hats off. When somebody get hurt in football, they already got a crew on the sideline, because they expect that shit every play, every down. They expect somebody to get carted off with their damn thumb up as the crowd clap for them with the slow clap. So football and baseball are equally difficult. However, this is Travis Hunter What we already discussed, he does 2 or 3 football jobs. So to do what he does, his answer wasn't football is harder than baseball. His answer was what? I'd say me and what I do in football is probably harder than what Ohtani does. You got a lot to do. Nigga, when I play defense, I'm running just as fast as the nigga that's trying to catch a touchdown backwards.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the platform, Solo. Man, what's going on, homeboy? Good to see you here, man. The background is backgrounding. It looked incomplete.
Background.
Okay. There he is. All right, what's going on, man?
I was changing some things. You didn't see that, so you supposed to be on point with that. See what I'm saying? You supposed not bring me in with my work clothes behind me. See, that's wrong. See,
you supposed to have a screen at work. It's all good. Well, listen, chime in on this real quick, man. We was just talking about how Travis Hunter had opinions. He was asked the question, who actually, you know what? Real quick, just to make sure we don't make no mistakes, let me go ahead and play it for you so you can know exactly what the man said. He said, and I quote, here.
Football, because it's a lot on your body. You know, Tony, he's a great player, but you got to do a lot in football.
So basically what it sounds like he's trying to say in that jarble language he's speaking is that basically football for him, is harder. And what he does as a two-way player is harder than what Ohtani does. So what's your opinion on this, homeboy, if you have it?
I have no opinion, sir. I like to not comment on dumbness, stupidness.
No, don't let that nigga bully you. Don't let that nigga bully you, Solo, because he a dog baseball versus everything. I get tired of this ass with these nonsensical fucking debates. Okay, let's put it to bed like this. How many former football players are playing baseball?
None.
The last one was Bo Jackson, wasn't it?
Bo Jackson.
Well, actually,
now how many former baseball players?
Dion.
Now, how many former baseball players are playing football?
Okay, that's not the question. The question
that is the question. That's the answer, though. That's the answer. Most of your college, most of your NFL quarterbacks these days play baseball. Right or wrong, true or false?
Fair enough.
Right, because they was proving they could do both sports. Back then, they was bad motherfuckers back then.
So that's what I'm saying. Clearly, baseball ain't that hard. If them niggas can go play baseball and then come play football. Because I ain't seen none of them football niggas be like, man, football just too hard. Let me go play baseball.
No. Okay. Now, wow, you wilding out. You know, you are completely out of line. You are outside the whole stadium, not even out of bounds. My nigga, the question is not which harder. I'm gonna get your ass.
That was the question. Which is harder?
The question was, which is harder, what you do or what Ohtani does? Now they're both sides players. They both play both sides of the field, defense and offense. So the question is, of your two talent sets, which of them is more difficult? Now, it's not which is harder, football and baseball, because we all going to sit here and argue that because you can get hurt easier in football, that makes it harder. Although I would just argue that just makes it more physical, doesn't necessarily make it more difficult.
Baseball is a low contact sport.
Low contact doesn't mean easy. These things don't mean easy. Easy does not.
No, I'm saying I'm not saying it makes it easy. I'm saying that's what makes football harder, because not only do they have to run fast, catch the moving object, it's also full contact.
But that doesn't make it more difficult. It just makes it hurt more. It doesn't mean that it's easier or harder. It just means that it hurts when you get hit. So baseball is not a contact.
Hold on.
Baseball has killed people.
Let me ask a question though.
Come on.
Can I ask the question, sir? I'm gonna kill this real quick, and this will answer it all. How many plays in baseball versus football?
How many what?
How many plays do they draw up against baseball and football? You say difficult, right?
To do with nothing.
Ain't no schemes in baseball. Okay, so I'm gonna fake like I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna move out the way.
Listen, can we stay on one question? The question isn't who has more plays. The question isn't who gets hurt more. The question isn't who gets hit more. The question is which is more difficult for an offensive player on defense on football to be a cornerback and also a good wide receiver, or for you to be able to hit 50 home runs, steal 60 bases, and then turn around and throw a ball right down the middle of a strike zone at 100 miles an hour and fool a bunch of pitchers. And I think Shohei Ohtani has a harder job, although I will admit if he tried to be a wide receiver or cornerback, he would get hurt more quickly. But it doesn't mean it's
hard. Using your Malcolm X fingers ain't gonna drive your point harder because you know how to gesticulate. Nigga, you're not gonna win on hand punctuation.
Yeah.
I got a list of names for y'all.
Hey,
Jameis Winston.
He played baseball.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. Deion Sanders.
Yes.
Dan Marino. Patrick Mahomes. John Lynch. Brian Jordan, Bo Jackson, John Elway, Tom Brady.
Amen. Preach.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
They all also play baseball, is what he's saying.
But did they all play? Did they all pitch and hit, and not just hit a record amount of home runs in a season that you just came off of a Cy Young surgery for? I will take my fingers back, and also set a new world record in which you get 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases, and you're a pitcher. You're a pitcher. Yeah, you're from America.
You're embarrassing me right now, Vince Taylor. You're embarrassing me, bro. You know you lost this. You know you need. Listen, he want to help. You better let him in. Let him in. You need some help. You need to go and get your boy.
Let me end the argument just with this. Let me say it just as plainly as this. Shohei Ohtani could easily put on shoulder pads, put on a helmet, put on the leg pads, go out there, play wide receiver, play cornerback. He'll be terrible at it. He'll make an attempt, probably get hit, might hurt, but he can do it. Do I think Travis Hunter?
Let me dunk on your forehead. Let me dunk on your forehead right now.
Can Travis Hunter hit 10 home runs in 162 games? Excuse me. Fuck no. Can Ohtani?
No, not even you, Ty. Solo. Throw the lob in the air. I'm finna catch y'all the bad boy dunk on this nigga forehead.
There you go. Whatever.
How many pitchers pitched the fucking game?
Okay. You telling me Travis Hunter plays the whole game?
Yes.
The whole game.
Yes.
Travis Hunter.
The whole game. He played every down.
Yes.
He plays every down.
So he's saying that
from the time the game starts to the time the buzzer goes off, this nigga plays 120 plus pounds every fucking game.
Listen,
you got to see this shit.
Listen, Benny, this is what I tried to tell you earlier. This is what I tried to tell you when Black Ron told you he was
put him on the screen.
When he was half of 1%. This is the thing about Travis Hunter. He's different. He does play every snap of every play all game. Okay. I just told you in college he played all 3 phases of the game. Special teams.
This nigga never comes off the field.
And offense. He won the Heisman Trophy because he is a 2-way star like never seen before. Now, has there been a 2-way star that also won a Heisman? Yes, Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson did it. But what I'm saying, yes, Charles Woodson did. He was the
but
first.
Charles Woodson didn't play every series.
He didn't. And yes,
Ohtani has a great batting average and a wonderful home run percentage. But the way the batting rotation works, he might not see the fucking plate every inning. He might not bat every inning.
True. That's true. So it doesn't make it any harder to hit the ball when it comes to him.
Hold on. Let me finish dunking on the forehead. Let me do it with my fingers so you understand. The order is he may or may not go to the plate every inning. That's just the way batting orders work. But the way the pitching order is set, he may pitch 5 innings. He's not going to pitch more than 6. You can be damn certain of that. So, and his strikeout percentage that's going as great as he's going, that means he's throwing somewhere between 18 and 45 pitches before he got to come sit down. If he strike out everybody, that's 18 pitches. That's 3 pitches for 6 innings.
If you strike out everybody, that's 27 outs. But
27 outs. And then he goes sit down and he ain't got to work no more because here's another thing. Starting pitchers don't play every fucking game.
No, they don't.
That's definitely true. But that's what makes that's what makes Travis greater than him, because Travis is there every game, every down, every play, from the time his cleats touch the turf until the buzzer goes off. This nigga is on the field. That's why I say he don't come off even during the halftime show. He the drum major for the Colorado marching band. This nigga. I'm not taking this from a nigga that looked like a Minecraft character. Like, you gotta get your Wi-Fi up to fuck with me, homie. I'm sorry, bro. So come on, what's up,
Yo, Vinny, I was gonna say this because this is really the deciding factor between the two, that which kind of supports what Travis said in the first place. The difference between what he does and what Ohtani does is, in football, the opposing team will actually game plan against a specific player if they are an elite player. So let's talk about Travis for an instance. He plays wide receiver. He also plays cornerback. So as a cornerback, they may decide to go away from him, which would take him out of the play.
Right.
His
interception number is very low.
It would be very low. That would be their way to game plan against him on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, they could double team him. They could stack one side of the defense whenever he's moves around because he's the capable receiver to be able to move around on the field. So there's a lot of different ways that they would do it. With Shohei Ohtani, that's not how baseball works. Baseball is not going to have a game plan per se for Ohtani. They'll have their hitters look at certain pitches that he throws, and they'll practice swinging against those hits. That's not the same as you taking and you can't stack anything against Ohtani in terms of when he's pitching. If it's on the offensive side and he's at bat, the only thing your game plan could be is we'll intentionally walk him. That's totally different from what you're doing.
Hit him in the head.
It's not
like they hit him in the Padres hit Ohtani with a pitch. Do you remember Manny Machado going back and forth with Flaherty because they hit Ohtani with a pitch? These pitches.
Travis Hunter got flipped in the air and the ball didn't even come his way.
He got hit. What the fuck? Yo, what are we talking about right now? Yo, you cannot.
We talking about the fact that you won't accept that Travis Hunter, his answer was not football. His answer was play the clip again so you can hear it.
I'll play the clip because I want to, nigga. All right, here we go. Here go the clip. We'll start it from the beginning. There's the question.
Probably what I do in football, because it's a lot on your body. You know, Tony, he's a great player, but you got to do a lot in football.
I'll play it one more time.
Probably me what I do in football because it's a lot on your body. You know, Tony, he's a great player, but you got to do a lot in football.
So the nigga look too smart to speak so stupid. Nigga, get your nigga. I need you to.
And he only looks smart. That's what happened when they take all the nerd genes and switch them over to athletics. You ain't never seen no nerd that look buff. You ain't never seen one of them tall for nothing ass niggas that can't hoop. Yeah, that nigga only looks smart, nigga. That's just what thick glasses do for you.
That nigga just called me out.
It's that guy.
Tall for nothing, can't dunk at all.
Can't dunk at all.
You gotta lower the rim a little bit.
Can't jump over a pencil.
All right. Let me go back to the point. Let me go back to the point right quick. The point
and what's the point?
The point is that we're comparing.
The point is he think baseball. He think Ohtani is Jesus from Japan.
I didn't say that. I just think that
Ohtani. Oh, hey, listen. Ohtani is not mentioned in nothing in sports other than baseball. When other people compare other people to other people, hold on. Let me say this. If other people are compared because when they so great at something. That it supersedes all other sports. I ain't heard shit about Ohtani on nothing other than baseball.
That doesn't make any sense, bro. Like you don't hear people saying like, "Oh, LeBron is the best football player," or Michael Jordan. He's something baseball. Michael Jordan.
No. But what he's saying is Wayne Gretzky is called the Michael Jordan of hockey.
Amen.
And they're saying that basically Ohtani is a unicorn because he's not like anybody else we've ever seen in our entire
And that's what we telling you about Travis Deontay Hunter.
Well, that's fine. But I just don't think Travis Hunter can throw a fastball and hit 50 home runs. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I think Shohei
and Ohtani can't catch 1,000 yards and block 100 catches. And catch 100 punts and run 100 touchdowns.
Here's where I will concede. If what y'all said is true, because I was unaware of this, you know, if he played a game from start to finish on both sides of the ball, if he's ever done that, even in one game, then I take my
He did it for the whole season. He did it for the whole season.
I take my argument back completely then because Ohtani, you can't play a game where if he's pitching, he's not hitting. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if he's hitting, he's probably not pitching. If he's pitching, he's probably only pitching every 5th or 6th game. And if he's hitting, he's only hitting when he's 1 out of 9 in the lineup. So,
okay, so why is it a good point when you say it?
Well, because I thought this is my impression. I'm not as familiar with Travis Hunter as y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I said, like I'm a baseball guy.
I just said that shit 5 minutes ago. And you was like, "Fuck you, Ron. Shut your dumb ass up." And then you gonna come back now that you saying with your calm voice, Timu Montel Williams.
What I'm trying to say right quick is that I thought that Travis was a both sides of the defense and offense player, but not all in the same game. Like I thought, because I saw him when they were talking about if he gets recruited, then which side of the ball would he want to play? And he was like, I still don't see why I have to choose. If I can be an Iron Man, why do I have to stop being an Iron Man in the NFL? But I was always under the impression that he would choose which one he would for that game, or that he would not necessarily.
That's because them white folks don't want to give him 2 checks. If he plays both offense and defense in the NFL, they would have to give him the pay that they give to both an offensive and a defensive personnel, because that will require him to have 2 different positions coaches, be in 2 different position rooms. And I'm not talking about in a sporadic sense. I'm talking about like he is part of the scheme and part of the nickel defense on every week. You know what I'm saying? Like Ty said, they drawing up plays for this nigga. The opposition is coming up with new schemes. He's like, if he on the field, don't throw on that side. Quarterbacks gotta know that. What side of the field is 12 on? before they even yell hike. So now the defense got to come up with fake coverages where he start on the left-hand side of the field and roll to the right because they know the quarterback going to throw over there. So,
okay, one more point. Also, to what Ron was saying, that's a very good point right there because you not understand. This kid might look stupid, talk stupid. I mean, he might talk stupid, but he on that field, he knows.
He football smart. He football smart as fuck.
Yeah, he football smart like I ain't never seen it before. And that guy is amazing. You just gotta watch it. You haven't watched the game.
I haven't.
You know how they be saying LeBron is basketball smart. Like they really say like LeBron be playing chess out there. Like he's really a genius when it comes to basketball. Travis Hunter is that same way, bro.
It's that kid. He that dude.
If he's so smart, then why he got so many problems with his girlfriend?
Because he's a nerd. He the nerd. He the super fucking nerd, bro.
You a nerd? These are nerds who not want to respect each other's nerdness.
Bro, he is a nerd with a growth spurt, my nigga. Anytime a nigga sit outside, you sit outside in the car while your girl goes inside and party. That's some nerd shit.
Yo,
I don't think
maybe he's just a recluse, man. Maybe, listen, I fuck
no, a recluse is a spider, bro. That nigga's a goddamn geek.
Yo,
a real geek.
Travis,
a real life geek.
You like a nigga that'll kick your ass and then cut off your Wi-Fi. Like
man, that nigga's a swole ass dweeb.
nigga look like he'll sell you a phone in the AT&T store, then rob you for it in the parking lot. Like he get straight A's, but he wear his 9 on the way to homeroom. Like he don't need no weapons. That nigga got 5% body fat. That nigga grab ball his fist up, punch you in your mouth. It's really gonna hurt. Like go back to the picture. Go back to the picture of him and his girl. All right, here we go.
Go back to the picture, girl. Because Travis plays football and he plays wide out and corner, we don't understand how big of a human being he is. Look at that nigga muscle man. Look at that titty. if he drive a jab from that shoulder with all that pectoralis muscle and them big ass arms, that shit gonna hurt. That nigga's like 6 feet. 190.
You said, "Look at that titty." Come on, dog.
That nigga chest muscle big as that girl head.
Well, all right. Look, to put the argument to rest, I will concede. I did not know that the nigga ran from first to fourth quarter on both sides of the ball. Like that's ridiculous. Ohtani cannot do that. Like
the boy don't get tired. He don't get tired.
6'1", 185.
And he don't get tired. And
you know what his favorite pastime is?
I don't.
Fishing.
Oh shit! I fucks with that. I'm a fisherman. I mean, I'm not good, but I try.
And he's a gamer. He loves playing.
Now I fucks with you.
He played college. He played college.
That nigga like video games, fishing, and white women. Like, come on.
This is so
like half a 90% of everybody who played football.
Let me ask y'all this: y'all think him and his girl ever get into fights? Y'all think they ever get into fights?
Who?
No. She probably hits on him a lot, but he has never struck that lady one time.
He a killer.
So you saying he nothing like this dude right here?
Wait a minute.
I bet you he said no. I bet you
All right, so for those who are just tuning into the middle of the controversy, we are currently watching what happens when a young lady that mistakes herself for a man, for whatever reason that may be, it's her right, decides to buck up on a man and try to start a fight. Here's the conclusion. Let's see what happens.
This don't look good.
Right now.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Sticking. Oh, sticky. Oh, put your
She
bra
sleep
back
again.
on.
She sleep again.
Put your bra back on.
So he done woke her back up.
Let's go. She about to get the gun.
She sleep again.
Come on now. Free. Let's go. She getting it. Man, she about to get the gun. I ain't about to. Oh,
She about to blink you.
oh shit. Oh my God.
All right.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
She leaking.
And my man's standing right there. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh
See, and at this point right here, yeah, like she really in danger right now.
So, Ron, could you do us a favor and just walk us through what's going on here? Just kind of just give us a Steve Irwin like narration of what exactly we see going on.
From what I can ascertain, apparently old school dude might have made a pass at the feminine young lady, and the masculine young lady took extreme offense to that. To the point where she started loud talking and threatening the old school dude. She started cussing real loud, raising her voice in order to make a scene. She threatened that she was gonna whoop him all up through the stove. So he said, "No, you won't." She said, "Yes, I will." Go back to start the video again. I want everybody to pay attention to a couple key things. See, when she first started cussing at him, he's in a passive body posture because he has a clear path where he can choose to walk away. But then old girl comes around and cuts his path off. I'm glad you paused it right there. Now she puts him in a defensive position. If you notice, he's boxed in between those two girls. If they so chose to, they could decide to jump the shit out of him right now. So now he's in a defensive mind. Okay, let it roll.
All right.
Now, old girl circles back around. So now it looks like she's getting a better vantage point. He's arguing with her. And when she comes back around and circles around, now the feminine girl starts talking with her hand. He slaps her hand down and then jabs the big one. She immediately slides. He wakes her back up. Bitch, we fighting. Knocks her back out. Boop, boop, go back to sleep. Now the girlfriend leave. He slap her back awake. Get up. Do. Go back to sleep. Now pause it.
Oh shit.
He done knocked her out and woke her up. Knocked her out, woke her up. Knocked her back out.
Wow.
She'd have been knocked out 3 times within 30 seconds. Really within 15 seconds.
Up in the key to
the point where now her whole face is wide open. Now,
for play?
We don't know if old girl went to go get the Blicky Vicky. She probably did. Because when he jabbed her, she realized she couldn't get him off of her. She was trying to pull him off of old girl at first. And she realized, oh, this a man. My efforts are futile. I can't stop him from whooping her. So now she flees. We don't know if she flees to later return or not. But for the moment right now, she left old girl by her goddamn self.
Yeah. That part that part kind of fucked with me a little bit. Like in the beginning of this video, there were 2 young ladies.
Because that is the girl that she was defending from the jump. The reason why she is getting her ass beat just walked out the door.
To quote Toure Gordon, what did you learn? What did we learn? Like, was it
now? Rewind it about 5 seconds.
Okay, I can't rewind, but I can start it over. This is where we are. This is the beginning.
Okay, boom. Okay, now we gonna let it play because I want everybody to pay attention to the fact that when he finally lets her stand up, her hand goes out in front of her like no, please, stop. and she starts wiping the blood off her face. But at that point, that's when she really in danger. Because now she's at that nigga's mercy. See, they equals at this point. She's just losing the fight. Now she trying to get him off. It ain't helping. She walk away. Pause it.
Okay.
She left her. He could choose to stomp her to death right now.
Yes.
Old girl left her.
Yes.
That's why I want the young niggas to really hear me. Cause this who this message is really for. Hey man, if that ain't your wife, all that bucking, all that I'ma die about it, you gonna run into that person that you gonna really die about it behind. And when it's all said and done, whether you up the pistol and kill a nigga or whether a nigga beat you to death with his bare hands, you not finna have that woman no more. Because if you do kill a nigga behind her, you going to prison and she gonna be right back up on these streets. Now pay attention to this part. When she stand up, it's up to him whether or not he gonna hit her some more. She hoping he don't. It's up to him when he let her out the store. That's why he just decided to talk to her. I'm a motherfucking man, bitch. Now get out this store while I still want to let you leave.
She needs some milk.
Wow.
Bro, she needs to go to the hospital immediately.
She need to get her face wrapped. What's up?
Hey yo,
go ahead, Ty.
All I'm gonna say is this: like, just from me watching the video, right? If your legs are already shaky before the fight even starts, then you probably shouldn't be fighting. Like, you really should not even be like engaging in any type of aggressive talk with anybody. She needs to work on her balance. I'm just saying, like, I could not help but notice that she was either intoxicated or her legs were extremely shaky.
No, she got on house shoes and she's sagging. The minute he jabbed her, she realized her legs were not properly dispersed. No, she got on black forces. That's crazy. She got on an outfit for violence. She dressed up like one of these niggas that do violence. But when real violence met her, all of a sudden her booty was big. She immediately hit the floor.
Look at that. Her knees never showed up. Her knees.
She marched out the store like she was 3 years old.
That's before she even got hit. Her knees.
Bro, this is why she cussing. This is why she doing all that cussing and threatening. She didn't even pull her pants up. She didn't even get a stance for fighting. That's why old school hit her with. That's why old school hit her with the jab, followed by the straight, and the fight was over. She immediately hit the floor.
I want to know if she was at that store to buy some drawers. Cause why the fuck she ain't got man on? Like, who was asking for her to walk around with her?
Hey man, you didn't know when you get beat up real good. That's one of the rules of the streets. When you get your ass whooped real good, your booty come out a little bit. Your booty gotta come out. That's how niggas know you lost. You got your ass whooped because you didn't even have the wherewithal to put your booty up.
Yo. Go ahead, all right. Best one of all time. Y'all niggas have me in here crying. Oh God. But I want to say one thing. The moral of the story is pull your pants up. Cause girl, you showed all your ass when he whooped your ass. But listen, Ron made a point. In the history, y'all didn't notice, in the history of anything you ever seen online, you ain't never seen in 30 seconds motherfucker get knocked out 3 times.
Yo,
in 30 seconds. He woke her ass up. Now, get up, bitch.
Yo, hold on. I want to pause.
He hit her 2 times. She immediately hit the floor.
Watch this. This part right here is the part that put me up. She tries to get up. She doesn't even get hit. and she just drops back down. Watch this.
Oh no, she got hit. You have to you gotta understand something.
Yeah, she got hit. She got hit.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that I peeped out from the jump. Me and Ron was talking about this from the jump. You can tell. Look at the size of this nigga's back. That's number one.
Well, which nigga?
So
the nigga that whooped her ass.
That whooped her ass. Like look. See, us as men,
Look at that.
we know. We can assess a situation like that and understand that this nigga got some scars on him.
Do you see? Pause. Do you see that nigga back?
Hold on, Ron. Let Ty finish this point. Go ahead, Ty.
Yo, with a dude like this in this size, you doing all. First of all, she did all the wrong stuff. Like you don't come and square up with bad knees. That's number one. Don't square up. If your knees are bad, you don't part your legs straight like that. You have to have them like this. It's more like this. Your legs have to be. You have to stagger.
You got to stagger them.
You have to have your back foot planted, and you have to have your front leg forward, so that when you move, you're balanced. She had both her legs together. She moved into the punch. Because remember, she walked right into the right straight. He knew he moved old girl out the way. He hit her with the right, and she walked right into it. Now, what I also noticed is this nigga he has some heavy hands. Every punch that he hit her with was hard.
Was an ouchie.
It wasn't
he
quick.
Pulling. It was not pulling.
Hard, and it was precise. That is what heavy hands do. That's why you didn't even see the punch that made her fall on her face. I saw it because I knew it didn't take much when you got.
It was a short hook.
It was like a boop, and that's it. He didn't even follow through with the punch. He just popped.
Boop, boop. That's all shoulder.
Where the drink come from?
Look at that. Look at that.
Yo, nobody talk about the fact he tried the Real Housewives of Atlanta his ass at first and try to like throw some water in his face.
Where did drink come from?
Hey, bro, that was the girlfriend doing everything she could to get that nigga off of her.
Was that even the girlfriend? Like, at some point, it felt like it was security. Like, and the worst part about this, in my opinion, the part that hurts more than the face beating that she got is that the woman that she was defending the honor of skated so fast, didn't even look, went directly out the door, went past the camera, walked out. I even think I heard him going, oh. But what you didn't see was a motherfucker going like, nah, fuck that. You fuck with her, you fuck with us. And that's how you know she didn't work it.
You can see the only other man that was in the store got out the way. When they closed him off like that and put him in a box, the other man said, oh no, I'm getting out of here. Dude gonna do something violent.
Yo, and you see, this is a nigga who done been to jail before. Because he knew to wait for her to throw that first punch. Now he's been threatened. Now his life is threatened. Now he has a court case that he can say, hey, look, Your Honor, I sat there and I waited. I said you don't want none. I did not approach them. I was not trying to fight. Your Honor, I was
They closed me off in a corner.
They cornered me and I was not able to leave. And cornering is akin to kidnapping. And so, Your Honor, I was faced with a life-threatening decision and I fought my way out. I could have kept fighting, but I fought. I maintained my peace. I made sure that my personal space was secure. And then I proceeded to exit the premises. Your Honor, I did not come for violence. I came for some goddamn blunts and a goddamn nutty bar and maybe some gizzards if they sell gizzards at this high beam shop.
And did y'all see it though? Did you see it when he hit her and she got up? All that manhood went out. She was like, oh, hey girl, how you doing? She was like, oh my goodness, this nigga just hit me. I was like, damn, she came back a woman then.
Oh, yeah.
She was twisting when she walked out.
Hey, yo,
she was twisting. She was like,
hey, so hard. Oh my God.
Now she got a dress on. Oh my goodness. She knocked the girl back in her. Oh my goodness.
Hey, yo, At first it looked like the dude in the green jacket and the dude in the black jacket was with them. Because where they wasn't buying nothing. They was just standing there, and it was like I saw in the beginning the dude with the green jacket pulled his pants up. Now, typically, when a nigga pull his pants up and it's an altercation,
yeah.
Like, and you might have to watch him or punch him because you don't know who he with. Then the other dude with the black was right behind, like kind of close up on it. And then when it started, I guess when they started arguing, he kind of faded to the background. But the dude in the green jacket stood there the whole time and watched it. Check him out. He pulled his pants up, adjusted himself.
This nigga was in line, man. He was
look. It
looked like he reaching. It looked like he reaching.
But the nigga in the black was just barking too. He was just talking in that direction too.
He was like, "Leader, hey, I'm trying to get a Sprite, man."
Hey, them niggas was with them until that first cross go across. Dude. And they was like, you know what? I don't support their relationship no way. Them niggas walked out. Hey, them two niggas might be gay themselves. They just look tough.
Yeah.
I don't normally support.
They was in the gay spot.
Yeah, that might have been two gay couples out together. And when old boy hit that man, he turned. He was like, "Bitch, we are not with them." And he was like, "You right, ho. You right, ho. We is not with them."
Okay, all right. So, Solo,
sir.
You know what?
Ooh,
if Black Ron was in a store, it's all of us are in the store. We all in there. We getting some rap snacks. You know what I'm saying? Some game blunts, maybe a lighter and a Red Bull. And then this happens to Black Ron over in the corner. We sitting there at the counter.
We not. First of all, Black Ron would have been the one that started it. If he ready to fight, I seen this nigga in action.
But you know Ron the type of nigga. He don't. Ron wants to spoken to.
Ain't nobody stopping him. Not you, me.
Yeah, but
nobody.
Ron's not.
Well, I don't
He's not
start
a wild
nothing,
nigga.
but I don't shy away from confrontation neither. Once the confrontation that presented itself, I lean in. God damn it, fuck it. I'm not finna run from shit.
The question is though, Solo, do we jump in to help Black Ron?
Yes,
or
we do.
We stand back, get our cameras, and get it set?
Nah, we don't do a red grant. What we do is that's my boy. I love him to death, but I'm different. I'm built different. I'm not filming none of my niggas fighting. Y'all might as well film us fighting.
Who ain't film fighting?
He was on stage. He was fighting.
No, we talking about when the 18-year-old that everybody thought was a 15-year-old was choking out Cat Williams. The person who was videotaping it was Rick.
My bad. Nah, I didn't know that.
So I'm saying to you is I don't care what any one of you niggas say. We came together, we leave together. That's all I know. I'm streetwise with that. I don't care. We go to jail. We in jail. I'm arguing with you, Ron, Auntie. Like, nigga, we're in jail because Ron slapped one of these niggas. And we all go to jail together. We can't go home.
Do you jump in the fight though?
Ron got beat up.
Do you jump in the fight though? Do you stop him? Do you jump in? Do you put? I mean, what is
No. First of all, I was taught street. Don't let a nigga know I'm with you until it's too late. It's too late to find out. First, I'm gonna see Ron got hands. He got. And if he go down, oh my God, that's when we jump. That's when we jump in and we whoop this nigga. I gotta get
how I came up.
We grew up.
No. I'm a first try to intervene because that ain't what we came here for. We didn't show up for no fucking boxing matches, my nigga. So if I see my nigga getting into it with somebody, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna try to be the cooler head. But if I see that there ain't no saving the situation, I'm not gonna let my nigga do nothing by himself.
There you go.
I'm really gonna grab my partner like, come on, cuz, let's go on and bounce. Yeah. But if a nigga cornering my boy, gotta make it look like they decide when he can leave. Oh no, bitch! Well, can't nobody leave then. We all going to hell or to the hospital.
There's different animals. Solo, it's one thing when you in the hood and you boxing with your boys and let these niggas fight. But when these complete strangers try to box you in, I don't give a fuck.
I ain't saying box you. That's a different story. I'm talking about if two dudes, my boy want to put these hands on him. I'm gonna see if he can put them hands on. I grew up this way.
I'm not gonna see shit. I'm not gonna see shit. I'm gonna witness it first fucking hand.
Yeah, you ain't finna let somebody like if I be like I got him, then we good. Yeah. But if you sit and let
if I'm about to
corner me and you say you want to see if I got hands,
it's gonna be solo. Don't get in it. This between me and this nigga right here. Don't get in it. And you choose to get in it after that. That's you.
See, Solo be the kind of nigga that I fight when we get back home. I wish I would be over there in the corner. And then I gotta prove myself. And the nigga be like, "Hey boy, I was over there watching. I was trying to see what you was gonna do. You was trying to see what I was gonna do. All right, well, let me show you what I'm gonna do right now. Let me show you what I do, nigga."
I'm like the movie Colors. I'm gonna see what this nigga gonna do first.
No, nigga, I'm not joining your fraternity. I'm not joining your gang, nigga. No.
You is wrong. Ty, tell me. I'm over here in the corner. You said two.
Hold up. You said tell you already know how I roll, bro. Like I
know you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, there's no way.
Listen, I'm usually the one that want to fight. Honestly, I'm usually the one that wants to fight. I don't. I mean, whether you fought or not is not gonna really matter to me because I know I'm gonna do me. But if you was the type of nigga, because I've been in this situation before where niggas been like, yo, nigga, I saw you fighting. Like, hold up. You saw me.
I rolled past you walking.
You saw me fighting?
Right. Yeah.
No, because honestly, what that means to me is you weren't fighting.
Right.
So you saw me fighting.
You watched it build up, nigga.
Yeah, you weren't fighting. So if that would have been you, Solo, you would have had to ride. You would have had to catch another ride.
Man, you would have ride.
Solo. Yeah, like
I'm listening to all y'all, but
I'm gonna do Solo just like he did me, and I'm gonna leave his ass by himself, nigga. Find a new ride home. Find a new way home, nigga.
But out of many, I don't know about y'all, and I've been arrested 34 times. I've been in more fights. I think I've been in more fights than all y'all together. But because of my record, I love fighting, and I got the proof of the record that says I love fighting. But the thing about it is I like to see what niggas gonna do. I ain't saying I've never been in a fight, or my boys will tell you that I walked away. And all the comics that don't been in fights with me and help them fight, they all tell you, I'm gonna see you talking shit. You throw the first punch, y'all fight. I'm gonna jump in when I see it's needed. If a bunch of niggas are I'm not fighting a little nigga because you wanted to fight a little nigga. This just not gonna happen. I'm gonna let you fight that little nigga.
Here's what you went wrong. Here's where you went wrong. The question was, would you jump in? Would you help? Would you assist? You automatically went to fight. You see, Black Ron was like, I'm gonna say something.
Of course, I agree with that.
Interact. You said, I want to sit back and
I'm gonna sit back and see what you gonna do. Like, I'm gonna let this whole shit cook and bubble into a fight and let you almost lose, and then I'm gonna jump in like a hero. No, nigga, you're not my hero. You my homeboy.
That's not homeboy energy, bro.
I'm good at it.
This nigga got a savior complex.
I got to say, he's right. Because you can tell Ron on being around hood niggas. I got to say, they all tell you my neighborhood. I'm the nigga that come, they go get when the shit was just getting crazy. I was 280 something.
So you gonna watch to see if somebody gonna do something? Like, yo, go
I ain't gonna watch it. I'm gonna see if my boy can fight.
Nigga gotta damn near die for Solo put his orange juice down.
Solo, like, hey man, you think you need my help? Yeah, you need my help.
Hey, yo, nigga. Solo the nigga that come over there.
I put my orange juice back.
Nigga be like, hey man, you need a tag? You want me to say you want me to tag?
You want that?
Right.
Tag.
I ain't gonna let you get beat up.
This nigga gonna be watching like, well, I think he gonna need me in a minute.
Hey,
yeah, he gonna need me in a minute. Yeah, ain't gonna be too long. Yeah.
Hey.
For that.
Oh, he done knocked him down. God damn it. Let me get over here. Let me go save the day.
Yeah, man.
Like, he type of nigga, he gotta hear help. Save me, Superman. Hey, nigga, you see the apartment building on fire, nigga. Why? You just floating above the building like, no. Ask me. Ask me, bitch.
Not yet. Wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
All right, now.
Yo, my stomach. All right, well, listen. I know Solo ain't trying to fight, but here's a nigga that was trying to fight, and evidently it didn't go the way he wanted it to.
I've been waiting to talk about this.
Yeah, over the weekend, evidently, there was a controversy. And Ty, if you could help me kind of go over what it is that happened and why everybody's so upset.
This past weekend, we had the Gervonta Tank Davis, Lamont Roach, championship fight. In the fight, Gervonta Davis was an overwhelmingly high-picked fighter to win the fight.
1,600.
1,600. And the fight went 12 rounds. It was a competitive fight. It came down to the cards. At the end of the fight, the judges picked and made it a majority draw, which basically means that 2 of the judges out of 3 had the fight a draw, and the other judge had they picked Tank. So it ultimately ended in a majority draw. Now the controversy comes in I don't remember the exact round that it was, but in one of the rounds, Tank took a knee. Now in boxing, typically, if you take a knee or your glove touches the mat, that is considered, and you've been punched, that is considered a knockdown. Tank was punched in the eye. He stepped back, and then he took a knee. The referee took him to the corner. He told the referee that he had something in his eye. His corner wiped his eye, and they commenced back to boxing. Now, all the while, everybody in the arena is looking like, what the fuck just happened? Because he took a knee and the referee didn't take a point. Ultimately, the big question is it going to be overturned? And right now, the Boxing Commission is making that decision on whether or not to accept the knockdown or the kneel as a knockdown, which would then, in fact, change the scorecards, which would utterly cause Tank to have his first L on his record and lose his belts. So that's where we're at right now. They haven't made a decision, but we should be finding out in the next couple of days whether that draw turns to a loss or if he just keeps the belts and they have a rematch.
What are your thoughts, gentlemen? Solo, then Black Ron. What say you about this crazy shit that happened over the weekend, bro?
First of all, I watch all Tank Davis fights. I watch all of them since day one. I've been watching all his fights. Now, the person he went against, let's just look at the guy he fought first. This guy had to gain weight to fight him. You must understand that Roach already fought Tank in the gutter when they fought at Mayweather's camp where there's no rounds. You stay there until somebody get knocked out. They already were familiar with each other anyway. Now, that fight, when he went down, he was supposed to get a point tuck. Everybody knows that. That point, I told you, I am a Tank Davis fan. So don't get it twisted. But I'm also a boxing fan. I know what's fair is fair. And he did hit the ground. He did put his hand down. I saw it, but he got right back up. It don't matter. It is what it is. Will they go against Tank Davis? No. No, he's not going to lose this thing. None of that's going to happen. I'm going to tell you why. Because the boxing, you can't take away a guy who's making the money for it. There's nobody replacing with, and Roach ain't that guy. So they're just going to leave it as it is. I promise you, nothing's going to happen of this. Now, will it be a round 2? I mean, a match 2? I would love to see it. Oh, my God, I would love to see it because I think Roach got the best of my boy through those rounds. I think he did. I really do. Because a lot of times I thought he was hitting him and it just looked like Tank was just going through the motions. I don't know if y'all saw the fight. It just looked like he was just, like a sparring match or some junk, man. It just didn't look the Tank Davis, I'm gonna go out there and kill you. It just looked like this guy had his number. So it was competitive. They both throw some good punches, but I would love to see another one to decide who they were. Give me another 12 rounds.
Ron?
Tank lost, bro. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
So you don't have no take?
At no point during the fight did Tank have Roach anywhere near as weak or wobbly as Roach had Tank at 3 different points in the fight. He caught him with a couple solid hooks that really rocked him. That really made him take a step back, really had him stumbling. Only problem with it is Lamont Roach swell up easy. So the shots that Tank landed had him knotted up. But Roach threw more punches, landed more punches. Problem being, because he was the one that had to rise up in weight class, because he was the small dog on the fight, because Tank didn't produce the card and everything like that, it was Tank's belt to lose more than it was Lamont Roach's belt to win. That being said, he had to definitively win the fight, which is why the knockdown is controversial, which would mean that the referee would face a penalty because he didn't give Tank a standing 8 count. When your glove touched the ground, unless it is marked a slip, that is the knockdown, and a standing 8 count must be given out there. You allowed him to go to his corner and wipe his eye. Okay, so what's next? Niggas gonna be able to go to their corner and get a little water? Get a little fight. Hold on. No, I ain't quitting. I'm just thirsty. Let me get a little water.
Hilarious.
They gonna be able to go over to the corner and get his gloves tightened up. Nigga hurt. Nigga braid get knocked loose. Nigga gonna be able to go to the corner and this girl can come up and fix his hair, and then they get back to the fight. Man. Like, where will it end? Where will it end? If it's totally perfectly all right for the rules of a knockdown to be sidestepped because there was grease in his eye and it was burning. Now I'm not gonna say that he was lying, because when something get in your eye, you panic. He looked panicked.
That's the point about it.
But that's what I'm saying. The punch didn't even look like it landed to inflict that amount of panic in him. The worst I've ever seen Tank get beat is the night he whooped Rolly Romero. Rolly had that nigga on skates.
Yeah,
he was getting his ass whooped.
Dominic Cruz is the one who scared him the most. See, Dominic Cruz put a nice.
Yeah, that was a good fight too.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah. No, it's Dominic. What?
No, it's Isaac Cruz.
Pitbull. I just know niggas' last names. Pitbull.
His name is Isaac. It's Pitbull. Isaac. Yeah. Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that being said, I think because of their history, Roach didn't scare him. Most of these guys he fight, that be his first time facing him. Because him and Roach grew up fighting, he was like, oh, I got this in my back pocket. And he went into the fight cocky. And Roach was on a campaign to whoop his ass all night long. And he did a very good job of convincing me that in the rematch, he's going to win. And he's not just going to win.
I don't think so.
This is where I
disagree with you. I disagree with you. Let me tell you why. For one, the Tank Davis that y'all saw the other night wasn't a full Tank Davis. You can look at it and tell. Look at his legal problems that he having. He had a short training camp. Come on, you got to take all that in consideration. Come on, if you're boxing,
man, that nigga got right out of prison and won a fight when he boxed the last nigga he just beat.
The last nigga he fought, but he also just went back to court. Just going through the legal stuff. They still trying to lock his ass back up.
Those are self-inflicted issues.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It didn't feel like, even when he was walking out with Jim Jones, then it looked like I said this gonna be a bad night. I said that one. I said this guy, even with the training, doesn't look the same. And like you said, your point was he knew that Roach wasn't scared of him, and he was kind of fearing Roach. So I just feel like the next fight, after he done being in there with him, he done felt all that good stuff. And you also said that when he touched his eye, that punch don't look like it meant anything. It really didn't. It really didn't. Him hitting the ground, man, I couldn't understand. I looked at the video 50 million times, and I still can't figure out why this brother hit the goddamn ground. I'm trying to figure out, was it
because he was being cocky. He didn't think that it was going to be close at the end of the fight. He did that shit in round 6. He didn't think that the fight was going to be as close as it was. He really thought that he had enough points. Oh, it's nothing I forgot to mention. He also would have lost if the ref would have deducted a point from him from that third low blow he threw. He hit that man below the belt 3 different times, and each time he got warned. And the last time, the ref timed out and walked him over like he was about to deduct the point, and instead warned him. The referee did everything he could to keep taking the fucking fight scorecard wise.
That's what I said. That's boxing's moneymaker right there, and I don't think that they're gonna even. If I don't know why
this generation thinks that a nigga is no longer great because he loses a fucking fight.
Well,
all of the greats got L's on their record, nigga. The 2 coldest niggas I ever saw fight was Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, and both them niggas got L's on their record. Tyson got 10 losses, nigga.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Before, I'd like to chime in on that because you can say that the greatest had a peak, right? Like, not all of the greatest are the greatest for all time. Like Muhammad Ali, didn't end his career undefeated, obviously, right? Mike Tyson the same. And that fight we saw on Netflix was ass, if we can be honest, right? It was a money grab, and he lost, which he shouldn't have. Let's keep it real. He lost because of his age, because he's no longer in his prime, but he still was the greatest when he was the greatest. So I just don't think that, saying, oh, these young men, I think you can be the greatest when you was the greatest. But, I wouldn't put Babe Ruth up against.
What I'm saying is, we live in this post-Mayweather generation where motherfuckers feel like you're not the shit unless you got an NO record.
Well, even Mayweather, didn't he take an L that last one?
No,
he never did.
He's 51-0.
All right, I thought there was a close call at one point in time, but I wanted to get Ty's opinion on whether or not, or what they should do. What you think as a result of the results of this fight?
It's not so much as what I think they should do as it's more of what I think is going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a rematch. And
why?
Because
Tank kept on saying, whether we fight or not, I wish him luck.
It's going to be more like Tank is really, he's got more to lose than gain by fighting Lamont Roach. Like, at this point, they both, Tank fought this fight on a more cautious level. You could tell from the very onset of the fight that he was extremely cautious fighting Lamont because he's familiar with Lamont. Lamont is familiar with him. He understands that Lamont had punching power. He spoke about it in the face-offs and in the press conferences. There was a lot of respect. There's always going to be trash talking. That's the hype to fight. But there was a lot of respect between these two brothers. They both, one's from DC, one's from Baltimore. So they both were extremely familiar with each other. Both knew who they was getting in the ring with. So when Tank came out there and he boxed the way he did, I could tell off the top, all right, he has much respect for this dude, is why he's moving the way he's moving. He wasn't so aggressive. He wasn't as sometimes how Tank can go in there, he can be a little bit just carefree. He could be carefree. He wasn't carefree at all against Lamont Roach, and rightfully so. If they don't overturn the knockdown and he gets through that, there won't be a rematch. It's unfortunate to Lamont because Lamont fought a great fight, and yes, I also think that he did enough to win. But when you fight a champion, you have to win convincingly. The scorecards will favor a champion more times than not. So that is not surprising to me. But if they fight again, which I don't think is going to happen, it could go bad for Tank because now you have a Lamont Roach who's more confident, who realizes that I can take him out, who's I've done it and has a chip on his shoulder and realizes I'm going to have to go in there and put in more work. So I think Tank is going to do exactly what Tank said he was going to do prior to the Lamont Roach fight, which is he's going to fight probably 3 more times. He'll fight Haney, and he'll probably wrap up with a Teofimo Lopez or possibly a Shakur. Shakur is going through this whole thing with his hands getting hurt, and we don't even know what the hell if he's even going to continue boxing because this has been an ongoing thing with his hands getting hurt after every fight. So right now, potentially, there's a Ryan Garcia rematch on the horizon for Tank and Devin Haney, and I think after that he retires and tries to preserve his O. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that he's getting to that point where he can be touched. He's not invincible anymore. What's up?
Was it a good fight? I haven't heard anything about the fight. All I've heard about is the result. Like what was it?
Okay, so backstory. It was DC versus Baltimore. These two niggas are the perennial representatives of their respective hoods. Lamont Roach is the DC's poster boy. Tank Davis is the Baltimore poster boy. You remember the backstory for Creed 3?
Of course.
Where Jonathan felt like
oh my bad.
They didn't say Killmonger. You stupid.
It was Killmonger and Kang, but it's all good. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so I'll put it like that. So Kang felt like
I was thinking that what it was.
Kang felt like Killmonger stole his life. He was like, "Nigga, you got all the shine and the glory, but you really out here pimping my story."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how Lamont Roach felt about it. Like, bro, like I'm really the one that came from the trenches. I'm really still in the trenches, and I can fight just as good as this man. But he's the one that gets all the shine and all the acclaim. This is 5th or 6th time here at the Barclays Center. I'm gonna show these people that I'm a big ticket fighter too. I'm worth the price of admission. Also, Lamont Roach comes from a division where if you're not Mexican, you probably not one of the perennial names. He fights in the little body division. To Ty's point, to Solo's point, he had to catch weight in order to fight. And they fought for a WBA lightweight belt, which is 140. So if a nigga had to gain weight to get 140, that means that he's gonna have to gain weight. All Tank got to do is go up to 147, and then Lamont Roach can't even see it. So to Ty's point, it's not gonna be a rematch. You heard Tank kind of say it like 3 times in his ring interview that I wish him the best, and you know what I'm saying, because he did this fight for the hood, so that all the niggas in the barbershops could finally put it to bed who would win if they fought.
But it's not put to bed.
Oh yes, it is.
It's put to bed, bro.
They know Roach put that hammer on him. They know Roach was in it to win it. Everybody knows it. Is like I said, you know what I'm saying. For a Tank Davis fan, he wasn't the Negro I wanted him to be, but Roach was everything I thought he was gonna be.
In the Cruz fight, in the Rolly fight, and in Tank's last 2 fights, he's shown me chinks in his armor to where motherfuckers are starting to pick Tank apart. And be it his outside of the ring issues, or be it the fact that he's been top dog for the last 10 years, he's now full of himself. He don't fight with the same hunger and meanness that he fought with when he was a little young 125-pounder. He needs to lose in order to get snapped out of his new reality, which is he walks around feeling invincible.
Wow. Would you say that about Mayweather?
I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't necessarily agree with that at all.
Why, Ty? Why?
I'm gonna say,
light-skinned ass nigga. You just always be arguing with me.
Yo, look, I'm gonna say why, right? Because one of the things that we all pointed out, but like really, if you understand boxing and you also understand just fighting, when you fight somebody 3 or 4 times, eventually they're gonna catch on to what your moves is. And so when we got to understand, these dudes grew up together. They was sparring, they was coming up in the ranks, they was sparring again. We meet up again, we sparring again. By the time we get to an actual main event, nigga, we done fought 4 or 5 times. So the fight is gonna look totally different in our eyes as opposed to the audience's eyes. So that's why I said he came into this fight cautionary for a reason. He knew who he was fighting. Maybe we didn't know who he was fighting because we don't get to see Lamont Roach on a bigger scale like we do Tank. But previous to this fight, prior to this fight, he beat up Frank Martin, who was undefeated, knocked him out. He knocked out Rolly Romero. He knocked out all. Let's not forget, prior to this fight, he has the highest knockout percentage in boxing history of 95%. That is the highest out of all the weight classes in boxing and all of the hard hitters in boxing right now. He has the highest knockout percentage. That does not change just because he had a tough fight with Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach and him are very, very familiarized with each other. I think if this was a Tank and a fighter who he has not fought, it would have been a totally different fight. And I think
so. If this would have been Tank versus Garcia,
he would have beat the Garcia again. Garcia's not. First of all, Garcia is a YouTuber. I'm not going to say that enough. He's a YouTuber. He is not who people.
Brian Garcia is not who people think he is. He got a nice punch on him. That's all.
He has a right hook, and that right hook, it should not win him as many fights as it does, because that's all he has.
Nigga, a right hook made Deontay Wilder a star. Hell is you talking about?
No. A right hook is not what made Deontay Wilder a star. What made Deontay Wilder a star is his punching power. He can knock you out with a cross, a hook. I've seen him knock people out with uppercuts from distance. I saw him beat Bermain.
With that right hand,
but I saw him beat right hand, left hand. The man had but yeah.
No, nigga ain't never knocked nobody out with his left fucking hand.
Oh, that's a lie.
Deontay Wilder is a right hand clubber, nigga.
I'm not sitting here debating whether or not his right hand is not powerful, but to say he hasn't knocked anybody out with his left hand is absurd. He has. So what I'm saying is, I'm saying Berman Stavern, or whatever his name is, Bermain Stavern, whatever the dude was from Jamaica, who talked all of that shit and then got in there and just got beat to a pummel. Look that fight up. But anyway, but more importantly, like I'm saying, I don't want you to get off the subject, but what I'm saying is that the version of Tank that we all saw is a version of a person who's fought the same person a multitude of times. So when you fight a person a multitude of times, they kind of know all of your tricks. If you're not able to come up with some new tricks, then that's what you saw. And that's exactly what we saw. It's two fighters that are equally on the same equal playing field. And with that being said, I think did just enough to come out with that fight. Now, again, I do stand by what I'm saying as far as if that were another fighter, if that was a different fighter than the person that he actually fought, then I think the outcome would have been a lot different. Go ahead.
Deontay Wilder has never won a fight with his left hand. according to Double Box. He has won fights using his jab, right jab, and right hand cross, but not with his left hand.
Oh boy, yo, look. If we're talking about every fight that he's won is the knockout blow was on the end of a right hand and he didn't use the left hands at all, then okay, fine, you get that. What I'm saying is he's equally powerful with both hands. If he prefers to use his right hand to knock somebody out, cool. But to say that he has no punching power in his left hand and his right hand and he's a heavyweight, that's what I'm saying. It's absurd. That's what I'm talking about. Punching power. What I'm saying with Garcia, and you've seen it, I've seen it, we've all seen it. He fought Devin Haney and threw nothing but right hands the entire fight. I was like, another right hand, another right hand, another right hand, another right hand. It was the whole fight. He didn't throw anything else but a right hand. And for the first part of that fight, Devin Haney was winning the fight because he was dodging the right hand. Later in the fight, for some reason, he forgot that he only throws a right hand, and he got caught with it. So that's what I'm saying when I say that, yo, this is a YouTube fighter. The dude really only got one punch, and if you can outlast that punch, you can get him up out of there. So
I have a question for the both of y'all. When y'all talk about the Deontay Wilder, do y'all think Deontay Wilder will ever have another title?
No.
No, he's done.
And why?
His time has passed. To Vince's point earlier, niggas peak. And very rarely do you continue to win after you've peaked. There are very few fighters that won on their decline. It's the fact that they start to lose that let a nigga know maybe it's time to hang up the old gloves, champ. Like, his time has passed 3 fights ago. I honestly believe Tyson Fury stole that man's heart.
He did. He absolutely did.
He took all the fight out of the nigga after that, bro.
He took Tyson Fury.
Yeah, when he knocked Tyson Fury out with a broken hand, and that man sat up and got up
like the Undertaker,
he realized he ain't had nothing left. That was I did my best. But I guess my guess wasn't good. Nigga, it wasn't good enough.
Well, that goes to say this right here then, because I hope we go to basketball before it's too late. Do you think LeBron James will get another title? I think so.
Only if he's riding the bench as part of the Los Angeles Lucas.
The Los Angeles Lucas.
Boy, and call it whatever you want to call it. It's sure gonna happen this time. They are number 2.
See, like what people don't understand is LeBron can play another 5 years in garbage minutes.
Wow.
So that's like saying, can Luka Doncic win the ring with the Lakers in 5 years? Absolutely, he can.
Well, let me ask you this. Right now, LeBron, I think we can all say him, Stephon are the face of the NBA for now, right? And there have been arguments or at least some debates over the last few weeks. No, not right now, no?
The face of the NBA is all European dudes.
Yeah, Nikola Jokic is the face. No,
Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, SGA. The top perennial leaders of the NBA now are all Europeans, bro.
Okay, well, hold on. Difference between leaders and the face. All right. And when I think the face. Well, hold on. When I think the face of something, I'm thinking for the non-NBA fan, what name or face comes to mind when you start talking about basketball? And LeBron James is a
LeBron James
and is a face with regard to marketing for the sport, in my opinion, to those that are not familiar with the sport. You know, he's kind of an ambassador in that race. So I'm not trying to take away from Joker and all these other and their greatness.
I mean, the same way that Michael Jordan was the face of the NBA throughout the 90s.
Right.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Poster boy.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think it's interesting too because Jason Tatum should technically be the face as of right now. And
because he's a defending champion.
Yes, like don't you get that? Like, he's not getting the.
He's not the best. He's not even the best player on his team.
Fair enough, but he's the one that's probably got the most deals, the most sponsorships.
Because he light skinned.
That's true. That's true. And the fact is,
he got the cute little boy. He got the little son, little Deuce. He be always around. He pimping the little kid angle. He's very marketable. A light-skinned black man is a white woman's dream because that means he got nigger dick in his drawers, but he'll have some very creamy complected children, and he'll look very nice in the fucking Christmas pictures and shit.
All light-skinned people creamy.
Yeah, like creamy nigga. He's just light-skinned niggas on the panel. You just call that shit down.
I mean, just like somebody put some milk in y'all coffee.
What I mean though is like he didn't really get that Mahomes treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like where Mahomes is different. In your face.
Mahomes is different
all day, every day. But Ron is. But I bring that up to bring up the point that obviously you guys probably heard that they've been trying to toss around this face of the NBA thing for a little bit, and LeBron chimed in the other day saying basically, you know, he can understand why Ant-Man ain't want to be the face of the NBA because he think that they face too much criticism in the world of punditry. I'll let y'all hear a little bit of what he saes.
The league, when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis shit on everybody. Have that responsibility. It's just weird. There's weird energy from the people that I don't know.
What is
Channing, he said it. He said it perfectly. Couldn't say it no better, but. And said he don't want it. Obviously I didn't ask for it, but I knew it was a responsibility for me, not only to my family, my friends, my community, and whoever that was going to follow my journey throughout my career. Why do you want to be the face of it?
So, are we in agreement here?
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You don't choose to be the face of the NBA,
right,
or the NFL. Or the MLB, or fucking gymnastics. You just are. By being the best at what you do, especially when you're the best by a large margin, you become the fucking face of the game. Or you have a name that's so fucking ringable in people's ears and a likable face that you become the face of the fucking sport in which you represent. Like, that's why Tiger Woods is not called Eldrick Woods. God damn it, because Tiger sounds better to your motherfucking ear. And it's marketable. And I am Tiger. All that shit. Like the Nike ads write they fucking self.
It's true. It's true.
Yo, what the fuck?
So what the fuck are we talking about? Man, nigga, you're a professional athlete, which means you're going to be held to a certain standard and a high regard by the working class adult in this country more than anything else. Nigga, they pay you hundreds of millions of dollars. The least you could do is act like you got some fucking sense in public. That's not asking a lot of you, nigga. There's a lot of scrutiny. Oh, you mean you can't beat your bitch without it making the news? Yeah. They pay you hundreds of millions of dollars, nigga. They all in your business. You have no right to privacy when you're in the public space as a public figure. We all understand this. It comes with a fucking $100 million territory, nigga. But to tell me you didn't want to be the face of the league, you're a motherfucking lie. Nigga, your ass want to be the face of the league because everybody want to be Michael goddamn Jordan. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Everybody want to be the face of the league because everybody wants to be known as the hands down best player in the fucking league. That's why niggas can't decide if it's LeBron, Steph, or KD. That's why they have to start arguing rings, which is why KD gets kicked out of the conversation, and then it becomes LeBron or Steph, dark skin or light skin, dunk the ball, shoot the three. Which way do you want it? But either way, both of them niggas can give you 50 points every fucking night if they so chose to, and they are the best player in their fucking genre. Ant-Man, if your ass don't want to be called the best, that means it's because you realize that you aren't.
Damn, he got serious, nigga. Hold up.
You the best at raw dogging these hoes, Mr. I keep on getting bitches pregnant and forcing them to have abortions and take Plan Bs and denying the fucking baby.
When I started there.
Do you consider yourself the top candidate to lead?
That's right.
You need to put your dick in a condom the way you put a ball in a
not
hoop.
really.
Why?
That's what they got. That's what they got win before.
That's fucked up.
Do you consider
I think he went too far. I think he went too far.
I ain't go too far, bro, because he the one had his first baby mama all on Netflix. Like they got a loving fucking relationship. And I'm not speaking on no man's relationship. What I'm saying is stop making a fool out there, girl. If y'all got an understanding at the house. Because y'all aren't explaining y'all understanding to the public. Y'all ain't explaining y'all's understanding that, hey, she know who I am and what I be doing out here.
No, not really.
Because the least you can do is wear a fucking condom.
That's what they got win
and
before.
not bring that girl home no fucking diseases. Because you done brought her back home 3 embarrassments already. It's your third outside baby mama scandal.
That's what they got. That's what they got win before.
And when we talking about what people don't know about an athlete outside of the game, when a person say your name,
no, not really.
The first thing they can do is they know you for playing that sport.
That's what they got.
People that don't even know Anthony Edwards' game, they know for a fact he can't keep his dick in his pants. Just like people that don't know Ja Morant's game know for a fact he a pistol toter.
That's what they got.
That's why you're not the face of the league, because you violate their morality clause, nigga.
Right.
The face of the league has to be a married man, a family man who believes in God.
That's what they got win before.
Because the face of the league is also the face of all of these companies that endorse and sponsor the league.
No, not really.
That's why you'll never see a gay athlete as the face of the league unless it's the WNBA.
Right.
Do you consider yourself a candidate to lead the next phase of the league?
The White House.
No, not really.
The White House was never the face of the league.
That's what they got.
I know.
That's what they got win before.
Do you consider yourself the top candidate to lead the next phase of the league?
I feel that music.
Why?
I feel like the brothers want me to preach that thing. Yeah.
Preach on.
See the thing, my brother, that you got to recognize is when you the face of an organization, you are the embodiment of everything that organization represents.
No, not really.
You can't be the face of Coca-Cola. If you don't believe that sodas are a good thing to drink. You can't be the face of McDonald's if you don't believe that fast food is good to eat. How you gonna be the face of the National Basketball Association, a place that loves the babies, that loves the kids, that loves family? They pride themselves as family entertainment. This is something that we play on Sunday evenings. See, the NFL is trying to make itself a family league, but it's always been known as a men's league. But the NBA, since the 1990s, has been known as something that the kids enjoy. I love this game. NBA and United Way, they bring the babies out. They do camps for the kids. They build playgrounds. They throw away basketballs. They make sure that each one of the stars is somebody the kids can enjoy. That's the reason why Charles Barkley came out with his world famous "I am not a role model" campaign in the 1990s, because he wanted to prove a point that I am just a professional athlete. I am not a perennial family figure. Now,
no, not at all.
Anthony Edwards is not a perennial family figure. He does not want to live the life that all of the other faces of the NBA live. See, Wardell Stephen Curry has a wife and 3 children. See, LeBron Rashawn James has a wife.
Why do you want to be the face?
And 3 children. Michael Jeffrey Jordan has a wife. Well, at the time he was playing, had a wife and 3 children. Kobe Bean Bryant.
What?
Why did Kobe fall from grace?
Oh, you damn, bro. We don't talk about that. We don't.
Why did Kobe get robbed from 3 or maybe 4 MVPs?
That's right.
We don't talk about that, bro. We don't talk about you.
We don't talk about him, bro.
Nobody talked about Jordan's gambling.
I did.
And drinking.
And cocaine.
And oath chasing. And none of that shit. Because back then,
lack of ability to speak out for the black community.
Toward black issues. Jordan had a multitude of sins.
I mean, so did Magic, so did Wilt. I mean, like they like all of these, yes, everybody, listen, because my man Black Ron has preached a sermon that no one can deny. There's truth in his words, there's wisdom in his words. However, I also want to point out one certain thing. We are in a totally different society right now. These young dudes have different priorities and they prioritize things differently.
Let me throw the ball back off the backboard and give you some pushback. Because while we may be in a totally different society, wait a minute. I want him to keep going. I want him to keep going.
For 5 minutes.
Go ahead. No.
I know. But I just before he take off on this, I want to say this. Shut your ass up. You always team light skin.
I'm not even.
Hey, y'all gonna kiss after this? Shut up. Now, Ty, you are right. We live in a brand new society, which is why I said earlier that you won't see a gay player as the face of a league unless it's the NBA, WNBA, because they're all about feminine empowerment. And right now, feminine empowerment is synonymous with LGBT. So, but while we might be in a new society, we're not in a new society as it pertains to the companies, sponsors, and partners that the NBA has. That's still very much so ingrained in the old way of life. Now go.
All right. To that point, this is more about Ant. This is not about the organizations or the NBA or everything like that, because they asked Ant if he saw himself as the face of the NBA.
No, not really.
And his response, hold on.
That's what they got. That's what they got Wemby for.
Because I can't really.
Do you consider yourself
while in the back is talking. So what I'm saying is that he basically said that he doesn't see himself as the face of the NBA. And I really think, if I'm being honest, I know that this might be totally off, but I kind of feel like Ant is a little bit sour. I feel like Ant feels like he should have been the face of the NBA. He was the next one up, and they kind of hopped over him with Wemby once Wemby came. And I think that if you listen to the way that he said that, and he was like, I'm not the face of the NBA. Wemby is. You know what I'm saying? It sounds a little bit like you're a little bit sour. You're a little bit sour that you feel like your game is next. You're the next one up. Like, I mean, let's be clear. Last year, before the year before that, when Ja Morant and Ant were hitting the league heavy, everybody said, who's the next one up? Is it Ja or is it Ant? There was no Wemby. There was no Wemby at that time. Wemby was still over in France doing what he was doing. So once Wemby came, then Wemby was anointed Before Wemby played his first game, Wemby was anointed. Then this is gonna be the future of the NBA. This is the next great hype. We've never seen anything like them before. That are they totally just disregarded Giannis. Like Giannis is not a 7 foot, god. You know what I'm saying? But because Wemby is 7'6" and he shoots from the outside and he dribbles and does all of this stuff, they anointed him before he played his first game as the next thing big in the NBA. And I think Ant felt that. I think Ant felt like they skipped over him. And now when you asking him this question, he's like, nah, I don't want to be the face of the NBA. Y'all already got that with Wemby. So I do believe Ant when he says this from the standpoint of I don't want all of that exposure. Just as Black Ron kind of alluded to, the man's got stuff he don't want publicized. If I'm doing shit over here that I like, if I'm experimenting in poly and we got 3 girlfriends and I'm doing the neo thing, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't necessarily want everybody in my business. I don't want everybody bringing shit attention to what I got going on. So for right now, I don't want to be the face. I'm having fun. I'm 22, 23 years old. Like, I'm having fun. I'm chilling. Like, look, put that spotlight over there on Wemby. He don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I kind of get that.
Can I also say that it's just weird, like, to kind of tag along to what Ron say? It's weird to want to be the face, and to say it, like, you shouldn't have. That's not a question that one should have to ask. You know what I'm saying? That is a tag that is put on you. You don't call yourself the greatest. They call you the greatest, right? You don't call.
And you got to deny it for 5 years before you can be like, okay, you're right.
That's some weird shit, actually, just to be asking people if they want to be the face. Like, it's not my decision. You know what I'm saying? True. It's a tag. So it's just a weird thing in the first place.
Well, it seems weird, but what it's saying is that everybody that's focused on the game of basketball sees that there's a changing of the guard happening. And now everybody is reaching for who is the next big thing. Who is it going to be? Wemby? Is it going to be Ja? Is it going to be Anthony Edwards? Is it going to be Nikola Jokic? Is it going to be Luka Doncic? Is it going to be Giannis? Is it going to be Tatum? There's a lot of names, but nobody has literally grabbed that motherfucker and held on to it. We had
the truth of the matter is, white folks ain't found a white boy good enough to call the face of the NBA that's American born. That's really why they even having to go to niggas like Ant-Man and Ja who live morally questionable existences because of the simple fact that, hey fellas, the face of the NBA ain't American no more. It's kind of like they only cool with a black Captain America once we Thanos and killed everybody. It's like, oh well, shit, at least he American. Come on, Captain America.
Hey, you breathe. Let me stop. All right. Well, hey, listen, man. I think that's a good. I think we all agree basically that the NBA right now is what Ron says. It's still TV land. It's Nick at Night. They still want that Father knows best image, and they want the person that's the face. That's why Steph Curry is in all these commercials. He's so easily marketable based on his morality and his ethics. But I also think that the face will determine itself. The face will determine itself. So stop asking these niggas if they want to be the face and about the face. Nigga, the face gonna show itself. You know what I'm saying? I think
the face is already showing itself. It's just hard to accept. It's Nikola Jokic. We ain't never seen nothing like this motherfucker.
I just think that there's a difference between the face and the best person. Like
a 7-foot nigga that plays slow and can't jump, and you still can't stop him.
That's it. You ain't like you're saying. I heard what you just said, because you just said that the face and the best ain't the same. No, it absolutely is. And that's what I'm saying. It's just this is one of those situations where it's so hard to accept, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Nikola Jokic is ugly. He ain't marketable.
He's an ugly fish,
non-athletic. He looks
Eastern European. His brothers are goons. He don't talk well. His voice ain't sexy. He don't have long hair like Dirk or none of that shit.
Is a horse.
Yeah, he love horses. I'm
not even joking.
He rock a military haircut.
We only got a few more minutes, but damn, wow. All right, I guess time will tell whether or not anybody else.
Luka fat. Don't nobody want to see Luka with his shirt off, his skin all pale.
Boy, don't slimmed up.
You wouldn't want to see Larry Bird. See Larry Bird with his shirt off either. Nobody asking for that. You know
but that was back when the league was still half white, Vincent, and white people was like, we don't give a damn. He white. He scored points.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, we gotta go. If you got something on the way out, we only got like 2 or 3 more minutes. I would like to take this time to say that I'm geeked up about an event that I'm going to be attending this upcoming week. Yes, myself, I will get to go to spring training, headed down to Roger Dean to see the Cardinals play the Yankees and then to see the Mets. So hopefully we get to see Aaron Judge, hopefully get to see Juan Soto, hopefully Lindor, but maybe even the Cardinals.
Are you taking your own snacks? Are you packing your own snacks?
Nah, nigga. I'm packing a whole ounce. I got a room. I got a balcony, my nigga. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to smoke that shit out afterwards. I'm going to go the next day. I'm going to go ahead and see another one.
We are so happy that he's back. We are so happy that Vince has returned to Smoke Land. This nigga quit. He quit. And I'm like, yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back.
But yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We wasn't friends while he was not smoking. I don't have no type of wishy-washy niggas in my life. Yeah, I don't deal with. I don't fuck with quitters.
No, but every nigga on this panel is a nigga that even if I'm taking a break for whatever reason, it's still a nigga I light up with. So let's just keep it at that, man. So, gentlemen, what do y'all say? Same time, same channel next week.
Same time,
same bad channel. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week, man.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I wasn't here either, man. I woke up and forgot that was a court date.
All right, we appreciate y'all, man, and thanks to whoever's watching. Appreciate y'all. YouTube, that's supposed to keep going. Stop that. YouTube, the Twitters, all that. Looks like the Twitter's on fire, and the YouTube. Well, that's just not YouTube, so it's building. We'll have to get something collectively together. And make sure y'all tune in next week, man. We got more funny shit, talk about sports, most of which I know everything and nobody know anything else. And baseball is definitely better than football, and you definitely are more talented if you're.
You gonna get some clips? You got some clips from the game?
Maybe. I'm gonna see if I can interview a nigga or two if I can.
Yeah, man. Interview somebody on your phone.
Yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can get Marcus Stroman. We're gonna get behind.
Oh yeah. Ty's gonna be
starter. That's all I'm
saying. Starter now. He is a starter now. You know, because Hill is hurt, and man. So that's what's going on. But appreciate it, y'all. Go ahead and get a fire. Thank you again. I don't really have an exit thing, so I'll just leave y'all with this shit. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Leave him with Caressa Seals, because if that nigga would have ran up on Caressa Seals in that stove, he'd have been beat.
Hell no. All right. Well,
hey, man, she's an anomaly, bro. That bitch there, mostly boy. I think her coochie smell like nuts.